Hello everyone, welcome. This is Edith Gonzalez from the Crafty Stampers Den. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator, and today we're going to be making a money holder. I will be using a piece of crumb cake, a piece of DSP from Pattern Party. We'll be using the awesome Otters stamp set. I'll be using this image from the Artistically Inked stamp set, and I'll be using the largest die here from the Tailored Made Tag dies. All right, so let's get started. I'm going to take our piece of crumb cake cardstock that's cut at 8.5 by 7, and I'm going to score it at 2 inches. And at 5 1/4 inch. I'm going to take and burnish the score lines, and here you can see the form starting to come together. Okay, next step I want to do is with a little circle punch. You can use whatever you have on hand. On the short end here, on this short piece here, center it as best as you can and just make a little cut right there. You'll see why in a moment. Now I'm going to take some Tombow multi-purpose glue. I put mine in one of these little containers with the fine point, so it's easier for me to disperse it. And I'm going to glue up the sides here. And I'm going to close this. All right, let it dry, and this is almost ready. Now to decorate, I'm going to use a piece of the Pattern Party DSP paper that's cut at 6 3/4 by 3 inches. And this is going to go right on the top here for the cover. Choose whatever paper you have. Make it any way you want. Use any stamp set you want. It's going to be adorable and very useful. You can use these for to give away as gifts. Put a little money in there. You can put gift cards in there. A little sentiment. You can use them for party favors. Put gift certificates inside. For wedding favors, put beautiful gift certificate inside as well. All right, so here we have it. This is already done, the cover. Now here's a tag from the tag set that we had. But before we glue this on, I'm going to stamp a sentiment on this one. And I'm going to go use the awesome Otters. I cut them out and I leave them in here in a clear envelope so that they're ready to go, the little pieces. So I want to use the "You Are Utterly Awesome." And we'll stamp this inside. I'm going to use the Cherry Cobbler. I'm going to put it somewhere to the right. Then I'm going to take a circle from the circle punch dies that we have. I'm sorry, not punch dies, the circle dies. And I'm going to stamp using the artistically inked image that I showed you earlier on this circle. You're going to want a smaller one and a larger one. And I'm going to use Pacific Point. I'm going to stamp off first. Then I'm going to just go into the circle here. Right. That's good enough. The next step, I'm going to be using this little otter from the Awesome Otters, and I'm going to help color this in for you. So to color him in, I'm going to be using dark and light crumb cake. These are the Stampin' Blends. And I'm also going to be using the Stampin' Right Cinnamon Cider marker. So my first step is coloring in the light color. It's going to be quick. Doesn't have to be perfect. And you're thinking, let me use the other end. What is she doing? I want to color the whole otter in. And you can be a little more careful and not catch the white of his eyes like I just did. Take your time. All right. This was the light crumb cake. Now here we're going in with the dark crumb cake. And I'm going to do the outside of his body. This goes pretty quick. You can see I'm not being very careful. I'm just coloring real quickly. All right, so that's done. Now to make him really look adorable, I'm going to come in with the cinnamon cider marker. And I'm going to start doing little lines. Can you see that? Just little lines real quick. And it makes it look like he's got furry hair instead of just a flat background here. So I'm not going to do the whole thing for you. I already have one ready. Just keep going around the body with little flecks like this all the way around. And then this is what he'll look like. Okay, so we have our circle that we punched out either with a die or with the punches if you still have the punches. Let me see how big this is for you. It's a 2 1/8 inch. Then you're going to cut out another circle in a coordinating color. Choose any of the ones that match your paper. I chose the real red. This circle is 2 3/8, about 2 3/8 large. Use whatever you have. If you have squares, use squares. If you have diamonds, use diamonds. Any shape you have, anything that works. And now I'm going to glue the white circle to the back of here. Okay, just like that. And I'm going to take some mini dimensionals. Stampin' Dimensionals. I'm just going to put it on the back of my otter here to give him some dimension, and he pops up from the card. Oops, stuck to my finger. I grabbed these because these were the ones in front of me. You can use the larger ones as well. Let's see if this fits in this tail here. It's a little big. I'll leave it off. Alright, so remove the backing. And just place him here. It looks like he's playing or ready to jump into the water. Now we're going to come back and place. Oh my goodness, I smudged this a little bit. I'm going to turn it around. Let me see if I have another one available. This time I'm going to glue this down first. And I want to have an idea, more or less, line it up like this, so it's even from the left to the right side. All right, let's try this stamp one more time. You know what? I'm going to go in with real red instead of the cherry cobbler. Since I'm redoing this, might as well start from the scratch. Let's see how this looks. Okay. I like the real red a little better than the darker one, which was a cherry cobbler. And now I'm just going to simply glue our main element here to the side. And the money envelope is done on the outside. Now what I'm going to do the inside, you can put another piece of decoration in here, but I'm just going to take the little otter that looks like he's swimming in water. And I'm going to use some Memento Tuxedo Black ink. I'm going to ink this up. And I'm just going to put him here on the inside. Okay. And since he's done and stamped the memento, what I'm going to do is come in with the light and dark crumb cake blends. And color him as well. Whenever you use Stampin' Blends, it's always good to use your Memento Tuxedo Black. That way the ink doesn't smear. And the same thing as before. I'm going to color this outside now with the dark. And I'm going to come in with the cinnamon cider marker using the fine point. Do the same thing. Just to give him a furry look. And please take your time when you do this. I'm moving a little faster so the video is not so long. I'm going to color his little nose in with the basic black marker, Stampin' Up marker. Let's color his eyes a little bit so they're darker. And with I'm going to take balmy blue, light blue, and just color in the water a little bit. Looks gray, but hopefully it'll dry up looking a little more blue. And I'm going to use a little of the dark balmy blue. If you have a nice gel pen or a white chalk marker, you can draw a little highlight to imply that the sun is shining on the water. See, as it lightens up the blue, it's looking a little less gray. A little shine on his eyes. That'll be cute. And there he is, a little bit on his nose. There's your happy little otter inside his water. And here you go, my friends. A beautiful little money holder. You can put a sentiment in here as well. You can put happy birthday, thinking of you, always, I love you, anything inside. Any message you have, you work with it. And then you have a nice money holder. Here's another one I made with the awesome otters. And this looks like he's swimming inside his water. Same thing with the coloring. I did the cinnamon cider, and it looks like he's a furry little guy. This is where I'm going to stash my money. Here's a nice $100 bill towards my next stamps that I buy. Here he is colored in pencils. See the difference? This is Stampin' Blends, and then you got colored pencils here. So, have fun creating. I hope you like these and enjoy them and make them yourself. Thank you for stopping by. If you're interested in shopping Stampin' Up, I will be leaving information in the description box below. And the awesome otters are actually free stamps that you can get now during Sale-a-bration. More information in the description box. Thank you. Take care. If you like this video, please give it a like. Bye-bye.